returning to the ring. All right. Now remember, I'm ancient for boxing. I'm 46 years old, so I'm an old guy as well. Now, first and foremost, I want to say if you have defense, it helps that you can fight as long as you want, right? Once you have that defense in hand, because it means you're not going to get hurt. The reason why some guys can fight till they're 40 something, 50 something years old is because they have pretty good defense. So, you looked at like guys like Saul Embe. Saul Embe, he lived to be about, I think, 70 something years old, and he fought till he was in his 50s. Duran, actually, who underrated defense, he fought till he was 50, right? Bernard Hopkins fought till he was 50. But all of these guys, why they're still living, and they're still living pretty normal lives, is because all of these guys I just mentioned have defense, right? Now, Evander Holyfield, when he faced Vito Belfort, he had defense, but his coordination was way off, his timing was way off, his balance was off. And if you look at the actual stoppage, when the referee stopped the fight, he was defending himself. He was protecting himself. So I thought the fight was premature in terms of stoppage in that respect. But like I said before, there's levels to boxing. To fight such a young fighter is sort of unfair to Evander, seeing that now if you fight somebody who's around your age, the breakdown of their body would be similar to the breakdown of your body. Okay? So in that respect, I can see a fighter who is old having sort of an even playing field with another fighter who's old or of his era, right? But having said all of that, putting someone back into the element where they are, even if it's partially. I'll never forget Muhammad Ali being in Parkinson's, even Freddie Roach being in boxing and training people, just staying in that element where you are. It helps them a lot, it prolongs the life, you get endorphins in your system. It helps your health. So even if somebody is with CTC, for example, CTE, like Thomas Hearns or like Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe would waste away in his home and probably have a less quality of life than he's sitting in the ring fighting somebody. You got to understand, this is what these guys do, and this is what they did, and this is what they were raised to do. So you put them back in their element with safety precautions, with proper due diligence. Maybe it's just an exhibition. They put them back in. Not going to let them take a beating. And so the other guy, when he realizes what's happening, he dials it down. You get a right opponent who understands and respects you, right? And you give them probably, the final round, maybe it's 3 or 4 rounds, and you give the 4th round, you let them go at it a little bit. Like Chavez did with, Hector Camacho Jr. When you do it that way, it's a safe way. And quite frankly, the guys get to live in their element. When Muhammad Ali was throwing punches, even with the Parkinson's, he was in his element. You could see him smiling. You could see the crowd was happy. I'm just saying, you want to have a quality of life. You don't just want somebody alive. That's selfish. You want them to enjoy their lives. And if this is what they do, put them back in their element. Riddick Bowe versus Lamar Odom I watched Lamar Odom. He got a good jab. It might be a little stiff. You have to tell Lamar, hey, look, Lamar, this is not really a competition. Dial it back on Riddick a little bit. Let the champ respect the champ. You know, at the same time, if the champ start to really bring it to you, you know what to do. You know, just give him the instructions. Let him understand. Because, you know, Riddick's not 100% healthy, but seeing the champ throwing punches, I saw the clip with him training. Seeing champ throwing punches is what you want to see. You want to see the champ in his element. It's going to help his health. It is. He can't take too much punishment, clearly, but them endorphins flowing and this guy knowing that he's getting back in the ring, that's a very important thing for his health. And you don't have to go hard on him. You understand it's a champ, and you're going to fight to a draw anyway. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's just to see him in the ring, see him in his element, let the people see him in the ring, see him doing this thing. It really does add to a person's life. So I truly believe that and when we have living legends, we shouldn't waste our time not seeing them. We got too many. How do I explain this to people? Sometimes the difference between a spark that really changes somebody's life in a place where they really need it. Maybe it's just watching the image of a former great that catches some young person's eye. Say, hey, that dude's old, but he's still doing something in that ring. That's interesting. Just to get their attention, because sometimes we have to put our former greats in front of us. If they want to go back in the ring, let them go back in the ring. Not no pro fight. Hell no. But exhibition. Not no serious competition, but exhibition. Let them showcase their skills and abilities. All day. I am for that. I don't care what their conditions. I've seen Jeff Mayweather do exhibitions. Not a serious exhibition, but an exhibition nonetheless. And he's got diabetes. Okay? You got to understand that all boxers long to be back in that ring, in that square circle. That's what they do. They fight. They're fighters. They'll channel their energy elsewhere and all of that, but ultimately, in the end, they want to get back in that square circle. That's what they do. That's why Floyd has all these exhibitions. He can't get away from the square circle. He wants to be in that square circle. That's his home. That's all he did. So you're going to expect people to want to go back there. You're going to expect them, if they're capable, they'll want to have competitive fights. Okay? It's not just, I don't think it's just about the drug of hearing people cheer your name. Some people, it's more than that. Obviously, people didn't always cheer Floyd's name. So he's not just going in the square circle just for that. He's going in the square circle because he wants to box. He wants to fight. He wants to perform. Right? It's the same thing with Oscar De La Hoya. He's got that bug again. He wants to perform. It's just putting out all that effort and energy. But when you got exhibitions, it allowed. And the other thing I like about exhibitions is, even if the guys, they're not really, seriously throwing punches and stuff, we see at least their skill set. We see what they can do. And just watching them at work at this senior age, you can learn so much. Just the way how Ali threw a jab. I remember Roy Jones Jr. and Ali, they did a little something for the people. That's the way how Ali threw his jab taught Roy so much and taught me so much. Just watching him throw one jab. And you guys got to understand, that's a special thing. It's very special. For those people who appreciate the sport, it's a very special thing when you can see these guys actually demonstrate what they did and what they were. So that's why, for me, I have no problem with them going back in the ring, but you must have the necessary precautions. The opponent that's facing them needs to know they need to dial back at certain points in time and just let them showcase. It's about an exhibition. It's about showcasing the skills. It's not so much about a competition. And if they start to get a little heated and serious in there, you just keep an eye on them. The referee will know what to do. Keep an eye out for them. But obviously we need to protect our heritage and our greats. But we need to allow them the room. We need to allow these senior fighters the room to get in there. If they want to get in there, let them get in there. Thomas the Hitman Hearns. If you want to do an exhibition with Sugar Ray Leonard, right? It's an exhibition. Then if they get a little heated, it's okay. Watch them. Just watch them. If it's too much, the referee will come in, break them. Don't let it be too heated. But I know Thomas Hearns could hit. He could crack. But I'm just saying, my point is that, if they want to get in the ring, do not stop them from getting in the ring. Please don't do that to them. That's the one thing you shouldn't do. You put measures in place to make sure it's safe for them to get in the ring. But let them get in the ring. Let them get in the ring. Let them get in there. It will do a lot for them. Some of them will get addicted and they want to come back and do more and more and more. That's what Mike Tyson's talking about with legends. Now, some of the legends, y'all can't do it. Don't go in the ring. You can't even get up and walk properly. You're gonna die of a heart attack just being in the just going for a jog. Some of y'all need to sit y'all ass down. But for the others that are capable of still doing it, maybe you got some, neuronal and cerebral problems. So you have to be careful with that. But you are still able, you still want to at least showcase your skills. Nothing super duper duper serious. It's not going to be somewhere you're trying to tag up guys and knock them out and get them out of there or anything like that. Nothing super serious. Let's see it. Let's see their skills on display. Why not? Why not? So this is where my stance is on the issue. I don't believe the quality of life can be better if a guy can't even be in his element anymore, and he longs to be in his element. Let him have a few exhibitions. That's what the exhibitions are there for. We don't see no great getting beat up and knocked out. We don't want to see that, and we don't want them to get more hurt than they necessarily need to be. But if this is what it takes for them to live and enjoy their lives, then you need to let them have that opportunity. You can't be banning people left, right, and center. They, of course, have to pass the health tests, but you can't be banning them left, right, and center. And yes, they may have CTE. But think about this, people. Think about this. Put this in your pocket and just think about it. They already know they have CTE. They're going to be, you guys say they're going to break down eventually and they're going to be zombies, right? And then they're going to die, right? They're going to be in a coma and then they're going to die, right? So they know that. So why is it now they're capable of doing certain things with their lives, they won't want to live life to the fullest? Why wouldn't they want to do that? Do you want them to stay depressed that they have CTE and stay in that depression for 20 years? I mean, what the fuck? They got to live their lives and enjoy their lives. And if it's one of the aspects of it is to be in their element, then please let them be in their element. Be kind to people. Some of them will want to be in their element a little too long. Then you tell them it's time to go. But until then, let them have their opportunity, man. They want to get in there and they want to rumble a little bit and they want to train. Look at Riddick Bowe was training his ass off. They want to do a little training and stuff and get in the ring. Fine. Just make sure you look out for them. Make sure it's not going in the ring for somebody to bum rush them and knock them the fuck out because they want to live their name off of them. That bullshit ain't allowed. We're not going to do that. We're going to protect our legends. That bullshit is not allowed. You got to respect them at the end of the day. But if they're capable and able to do it in the ring against guys around their age, then so be it. And if they knock each other out, well, it's fine. Right? That ain't gonna happen, but I'm just saying. All right, people. So that's what I got for now. What you need out.